what do you think about the current state of the heavyweight division? I mean, guys are big now. You were a big heavyweight in your time. Now we got.
You forgetting one thing, man.
What's that?
I was a big heavyweight, but I was a pretty heavyweight.
Wait, okay,
Hey man, you're prettier than Ali? You think you're prettier than Ali?
I think
Big pretty.
it was a tie.
He said a tie.
I like it.
A
I
tie
like
with
it.
him and Ali.
if it wasn't for Muhammad Ali, I never would have boxed.
Oh, really?
Oh, word, really,
I mean,
really.
I'm
Man,
telling you,
that's
man, it's so many people that
That's
Muhammad
dope.
Ali influenced, man. It's,
He
Straight up.
I don't know if he can see me. Can he see me?
Yeah, easy.
I can see you, bro.
I keep looking at the thing, but I'm not looking at him. I'm looking at the screen. And what it is that when I was in school one day, teacher brought a table about Muhammad Ali. We had to do an essay.
okay.
And that's Ali right there. I'm looking at the screen and he's Ali. He said, "Come on, sucker. Come on, sucker." I did a dream. I said, "Wow, this cat talking to me." And I started boxing man after that.
Wow,
Wow.
that's a dope story, man.
Dope,
legend,
man.
legend lives on through other fighters who've been inspired.
And he's a legend. Now I'm a legend.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
most
And
definitely.
listen,
You got that
hey,
business.
listen, I'm gonna give you all the credit in the world, especially if I got to step in that ring. Yes, you are a legend, and we are happy to
Hey
be
man,
here.
he's trying to butter you
I'm
up.
trying to-
He's trying to butter you up. You
Guess
see
what,
this?
mama? Guess what my mama told me?
What's that?
I'm a legend in my own mind.
Hey, man.
Listen. So, what do you think about the size of the heavyweights today? In your day, you were a huge heavyweight. Now there's guys 6'7", 6'9".
There's certain, them big guys, there's certain ways you fight them.
Right.
You know they're strong. You take down the one. He's a strong guy.
Yeah.
But you do certain things to chop him down.
Right.
So, and I think for me, I would go to his body. I ain't never seen anybody go to his body yet.
Right.
You know, same thing with
Fury.
Fury.
Right.
You know,
So
he
that's
got a
it.
good jab, but his jab is not impeccable.
Right.
You know, you can strip that jab or whatever, but they're not fighting him the way they should fight him.
So because heavyweights have gotten so big, Joshua 6'6", Wilder's 6'7", 6'5", and you got Tyson Fury 6'9", and then you got everybody else. So the WBC has created this bridgerweight division. Have you heard about that?
No, sir.
And so it's a division. It's like it's not replacing the cruiserweight division, but it's gonna be a new weight division from 201 to 224 pounds. How do you like that?
I know.
You don't?
You don't.
Why not?
If you're heavyweight, you're heavyweight.
Yeah.
Right.
Just to throw down the way we used to. Why change it?
Right. And I go back and forth because we had Frezikin on the show. We had other people, and they're like, yeah, heavyweights are too big. But I was talking to Q about it, and I was like, it kind of takes that David versus Goliath.
David versus
element,
Goliath. More
where you literally have smaller heavyweights toppling giants, where you got Andy Ruiz that beat Anthony Joshua in a major big upset. And so for me, it kind of creates.
Hey man, that was a
pathway.
heavyweight versus a heavyweight.
Andy Louise, right? He's not gonna make the weight no how.
Yeah.
big.
That's true. Yes, that's true.
Hey, that's facts. though.
That is true.
Right.
Okay, so I'll go back a little further. There, David Hay fought Nikolai Valuey. David Hay was a cruiserweight,
There you
came
go.
up to
That's
light
perfect.
heavyweight, and Nikolai Valuey was 7 foot 300 pounds.
Right.
You know, so
20 pounds of it was hair.
Yeah, 20.
Back
So when I was looking at it, I'm like, that's literally David versus Goliath, and I fear with the bridgerweight division, it kind of takes away from that. Some people said, like we talked to the IBO president, he's like, oh, heavyweights are too big now. But you say, if you're a heavyweight, you're a heavyweight.
Do the damn thing.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, man.
I
Take away
think
some
and a lot of
lineage.
that, because even when you look at a Tyson Fury's 6'9".
Right.
Right.
You know, so even in the modern day time, that would give you that kind of David versus Goliath kind of
Definitely.
setup, because you somebody got to figure out how to slay this 6'9".
Because he's moving like he's
6'9"
a welterweight. It's crazy.
See, a guy like me would just sit there and watch him, and I would figure out how to pick him apart.
Okay.
So what you're saying is the bridgerweight division is BS.
Not too far from it.
So
Let me throw in something right quick before you go on. While we're on the topic of that bridgerweight, a lot of people feel like it's being created for money and sanctioning fees.
That could play a big part as well.
So tell us about in your time, how significant and how steep were sanctioning fees? Because a lot of people feel like when we have all these gazillion belts, that a lot of this stuff is based off of the money.
Absolutely. That's nothing new. And during my time, the same thing was going on. If you can recall, I put the WBC belt in the garbage. Yeah, I forget that. But what happened was they was telling me that I had to fight Landon Slows when he didn't want to fight me.
Okay.
And so I felt like y'all supposed to be representing me.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna
Leverage, man. Hey, I want to ask you if I can. I want to ask you a question about because we did this thing while we fell in love with boxing. And I actually mentioned, you know what I'm saying, the fight that you had. You know, it was Mike Tyson, and then it was like I was talking about just great moments I remember that I never forget. So you and Evander Holyfield fight outside Caesar's Palace, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And we had the guy came through in the parachute. He want to get close to the prettiest boxer that's tied with Muhammad Ali. He want to get closer. So you know he decided to jump in the parachute and try to go that way. Right. You know, instead of getting front row seats. Can you explain what happened that night?
Well, I was bewildered. The guy came into the ring. Holyfield could see him coming, and I couldn't. So my back was to him. I was like, "Wow, what are you doing?" he was
still looking up. Huh?
He was watching me, watching him, but I was bewildered. I didn't know what to do. Then eventually I turned around and saw what was taking place.
Okay,
man, it was crazy. They beat the hell out of dude. They beat his ass.
Well, I can promise you, he was never the same.
Yeah. I mean, pinata. They made pinata pasta.
You get that thing put on him.